Destiny has a new update. We don't play Destiny 2. I don't like Destiny 2. But since we play Destiny Rising, let's take a look at what they are playing, huh? Let's not call them losers. But let's take a look at what they're watching, huh? What they're playing, I mean. What they're playing. It's sort of... I gotta admit, it's sort of cool that they have Star Wars update, but at the same time, I don't know. Let's take a look. Okay. Everyone, try not to laugh. Let's be respectful for the Destiny 2 players. Let's take a look.
Seeing how stunningly Star Wars it felt was electric.
This is cool. This is cool. Wow. It's Destiny, but it's cool. Fuck yeah.
I just jumped into that walker and I just annihilated the encounter.
NetEase, in the future, put something like this into the game. That would be kind of awesome, but at the same time, be careful. Collaborations can ruin a game, but like, I don't know, but have something. Just have something.
Squeezing that trigger and feeling that blaster just go off, it was like a whole new world opened up for me.
There's something really special here that we haven't really done in Destiny before.
That ignition, that hiss, that sound.
Oh, it's like that. Okay.
Do Bungie need money? Is that what they're doing? Is that why they're doing this shit? It's kind of sad, isn't it?
We begin in the shadow of a prophecy that says our end is already written. It's here we draw a line in the sand, where we start the long journey to fight our fate. In Renegades, Guardians infiltrate a criminal underworld to save a friend whose past has caught up with him and disrupt the rise of powerful new enemies. In special collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, we took inspiration from Star Wars.
Hold on. The Cabal? What the fuck? The Cabal? Stop. No. Okay. Now is it okay. What do you guys think? To me, this is stupid. This is dumb. Okay, the Cabal as Stormtrooper outfit. Armor. They must be desperate. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay, well.
To craft a one-of-a-kind Destiny story. Renegades redefines what an expansion can be. It brings the grit, guns, and glory of a space western to Destiny. But Renegades isn't just about power. It's about what you're willing to risk to change the future.
Okay. I doubt it's better than Rising. I doubt it.
The folks at Lucasfilm were such great collaborators. They understood that in order for this to work, we had to find where the Venn diagram of our two stories meet. Themes of underdogs rising up.
Okay, what I like about her is she is very into what the fuck was that? Sorry, what the fuck?
Up against something much larger than themselves. Themes of hope. Those little places in that Venn diagram were the ones that really helped us find the story that we want to tell together.
If you look at Star Wars and you look at Destiny, you can kind of see that parallel that exists. So for instance, our Dredgen, they're our Sith.
Pretty Sithy.
Yeah, and then you've got the Barrett Imperium, and they are very, very Empire-like.
Yes.
They have a huge appetite for expansion.
I think of the Praxic Order. There are Jedi in this release, and they are very focused on order and law and understanding that there is a binary in our universe of good and evil. We get to poke at that a little bit in a way that suits our story and our world, while still feeling very much like the inspiration that we're calling from. Edge of Fate leaves us with a really big pass forward into the future. We know of this prophecy now that tells us that we need to bind the Nine or we face extinction. And Drifter was there on Kepler. He saw all of this.
Not running from this one.
Drifter is convinced that there's
That's
a
kinda
connection
cool.
between the Nine and the rise of this new faction, the Barrent Imperium. He sees them rising at an unnaturally fast rate.
Baron Imperium. I mean,
and is insistent that there's a problem. But the Vanguard isn't listening. They're insisting that he needs to stand down.
hold on. Hold on. Again? They're doing it again? Okay, so how many times have the Vanguard just closed their ears? Is it about, like, they have learned their lesson now, especially when it comes to Drifter. This is dumb. No, Drifter, you're just spewing nonsense. Okay, that was fun the 3-4 other times. But again? He'd been right every time. Oh, this is bullshit.
The cool thing about this criminal underworld is you and Drifter and your crew, you come in at the bottom. And at the top, there's the Barrent Imperium. You need to work with all of these crooked criminal syndicates in between.
Again, we're not going to play Destiny 2, okay? We're just watching this, see what's up in Destiny 2. It's rising all the way. So it's we're not playing like a worse product. We're playing the best product. Calm down.
Earning your power, building up the notoriety, getting the gear that you need to take down that powerful Imperium at the top.
Vex. It's Vex playing cards. Vex can see into the future. Vex doesn't care about clothes.
Getting the gear that you need to take down that powerful Imperium at the top.
There's a weapon that the Barrent Imperium have made, and we need to be the ones to destroy it. And we're not going to be able to do that unless we work with exactly the kind of people that we normally fight. So we're going to head out to the Lawless Frontier, and one job at a time, we're going to take down the Imperium.
Sounds cool, though. It does.
The Lawless Frontier is filled
But what the hell happened to Destiny?
with big, chaotic, cooperative activities. You're going to choose the job, you're going to choose which renegade abilities you're going to take into those jobs, and then you're going to drop into the action with your team, smash up those objectives, get as many riches and treasures as you can, and then get out or die trying.
To do that, you're going to go to the Lawless Frontier hollow map. You'll see Mars, Europa, and Venus with swamps that are very reminiscent of Dagobah. There's some hints of Hoth in Europa, right?
Yeah.
For fans of both Star Wars and Destiny, like Mars, which is some pits that are very reminiscent of Sarlacc pits, and you don't want to fall into them, you'll die.
These are Destiny locations. It's just we're taking inspiration from some of these iconic places in Star Wars.
Let's say we go to Mars, and you're gonna pick a bounty hunting job for the Fallen to take out some Cabal. And then you either matchmake with people online, you take the crew.
Isn't this kind of like, where's the Destiny soul? Is it just me? Or is this just a little, I don't know, like, not Destiny at all? This is basically a Star Wars expansion with a hint of Destiny. Nah. Huh? Nah, this fucked. This fucked.
With you can play solo. Every time you drop in, you might be in a different location on the map. Your objectives are going to be a little different each time, and it also might be a different time of day. So there's a lot of variety and richness within these activities. We want them to be highly replayable. Along the way, we're going to throw a bunch of curveballs. You might run into a missile tower that's trying to take you out from halfway across the map. and you have to like divert and take it out, and you get some extra credits out of that. Defeat your boss, get to the exfil with whatever time you've got left, call your ship in, all hell drops in on your head from the Cabal.
Okay.
Your ship flies in, you hop aboard, and you got to exfil.
Over the course of the campaign and deep into the post-game of Renegades, you're going to be unlocking and earning a bunch of different Renegade abilities.
Renegade
You've got
abilities?
things like airstrikes, Cabal drop pods, vehicles like the Cabal walkers.
Cabal drop pods? Okay, so story-wise, I'm of course way back. Like I'm not on at catch up at all. Like when the hell did we start to control Cabal drop pods? Is that maybe from the daughter of the raid dude?
Interceptors, swoop bikes, turrets. We've got 9 abilities, 7 upgrades. There's a ton of stuff that you can bring in and just change how things play.
It's like a tech tree of options.
It's like a whole tree of options across support, defensive, and offensive abilities. So the player's going to have a lot to play with here.
The Lawless Frontier isn't just about raw power. It's about influence. Shady backroom deals, working for these powerful syndicates and against them at different times. And all of this takes place at the heart of the criminal underworld and Tharsis Outpost.
Look at the Vex. We're gonna take a look at the comments if I'm the only one. I don't know what you think, but to me, like, the Vex caring about clothes, when the fuck did that happen? And what the fuck is happening? The hell is this?
Of the criminal underworld and Tharsis Outpost.
The Vanguard have been preoccupied. They've been off saving the world, and they haven't been looking at Tharsis. It's changed a lot since the last time we were there.
It's now this thriving black market, this criminal underworld. Tharsis Junction became Tharsis Outpost. If you have an unsavory job that you need done, you can find it at Tharsis Outpost.
Okay.
Tharsis Outpost feels appropriate for both Star Wars and for us.
I
From outside. Tharsis Outpost feels appropriate.
Come on, pause. I gotta say, it looks cool, no doubt. But it doesn't feel like Destiny. This seems like just like some sort of filler content in a big way.
For both Star Wars and for us. When we looked at Mos Eisley as inspiration, we knew that we could play in that playground in a really fun way. From the ghosts that you'll see floating around to one Elixni with all 4 of his Elixni arms shaking up drinks. We took that inspiration and we found the Destiny spin on it. Criminal syndicates have moved in.
You're working with the syndicates. You are building your notoriety with them.
The 3 different syndicates that we created, we're going to be dealing with. The Pikers are Elixni. They're kind of like an anarchist biker gang. Unlike other Elixni, they're...
Again. Hey, Rex. Hey, I see you. But again, what the hell?
atheists. They don't worship machines. They follow relics. We've also got the Totality Division, a subsect of the Barrent Imperium. They're run by Scions, and their enforcer Rao is going to be the leader of this group. And we've got Tharsis Reformation. They are a breakaway group from Maya's Vex. They're starting to think for themselves and figure out what it means to be an individual.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, good.
They're starting to do crime. They're wearing clothes.
Crime and wearing clothes are what all individuals do. We need to have new people to fight and new people to root for. And this was our opportunity.
But the heart of the Renegade fantasy is not just surviving the Lawless Frontier. It's garnering influence and building your power so that you can bend it to your will.
Okay.
In the end game, to get the best weapons, the best armor, the coolest exclusive cosmetics, you're going to need to work with the syndicates to increase your notoriety by completing jobs successfully alone or with a crew, and then doing so you'll unlock our highest risk, highest reward jobs, and at the same time you're going to have the ability to do the special job that'll take you off planet to the dungeon.
Okay. Dungeon, that's what we need in Rising. Yeah.
And you'll also unlock Invasion.
That's right, Invasion is back. But this doesn't work like Gambit. It's opt-in, the invader has some initiative when Invasion begins.
What about Gambit? You bring Gambit modes into the campaign, but you don't you don't upgrade and make content for Gambit. But you still have you still support Gambit. I get mixed feeling from this this DLC.
This is more strategic.
You scan the battlefield and you're like, okay, is this the right time for me to take the shot? And what's the right tool for me to do it? Do I use an airstrike or a vehicle? Do I use a cabal walker?
Just watch out for that double cross.
Yeah.
Okay.
Renegades marks the Guardian's descent into a criminal underworld. A world of shadows and syndicates, where your light and your choices will cut a path forward. You'll fight dirty, break the rules, and build a hardened crew that can take on...
Do you think they did this to make money? To get more money? Play base is at an all-time low, but we saved the universe. And now we're going down into like the syndicate shit. I mean, becoming bad guys, sort of like, huh? Have the Guardians really sunk that low? I don't know what happened after the final shape, but I don't think it went this route.
Job standing up to the most ruthless syndicates in the system. Even in the darkest corners of this world, there's still a glimmer of hope. Guardians will have to find their own version of balance between loyalty and survival, between power and purpose. Because there's more at play than credits and contracts. Forces are on the move, ones that see you not just as a player, but as a piece on the board. To change the future, you'll have to become the one thing they never saw coming.
Okay, that sort of makes sense.
Start the engines. Take off as soon as you can.
This will be one hell of a Star Wars game. Let's take a look at the comments. I feel I'm very negative towards this expansion, but I don't like Destiny 2. Well, I do, but not in the direction Bunch have taken it. So, but yeah, let's take a look. This is very simple. Make sure the lightsabers are heavy swords and not activity relics, and you will win with Renegade. So they can make enemies have drastically different designs and not just a different color. Okay. If the lightsabers aren't usable at all times, I don't want them. At what point are literal multi-god slayers considered to be the underdogs? Yes, exactly. Weird ass shit. This is Star Wars meets Helldivers and Destiny. If you can't beat them, join them. The Vix getting individuality is actually so badass. It is. Yeah, please remember this still with Pete Parson. The next expansion is when we see if Truman does anything good. Yeah, PvE only extraction mode, getting players ready for marathon. Yeah, this doesn't give me Destiny feelings. Okay, I'm not the only one. Okay, so it seems like people are like just neutral. Some are hype, but it just seems like all the comments are just neutral. Yeah, but I don't get the Destiny feeling at all. Look. Kylo Ren. Fucking Darth Vader, look at this. Oh, shit. I didn't see that until now. Oh, shit. Okay, now it became kind of badass, but at the same time, very stupid. Okay, well, good luck to you, I guess.